With race out of the way, we move on to your class and subsequent subclass choices. This decides how much HP you gain while leveling, the equipment you're proficient in using, number of attacks you can make each turn, spells you can learn, and a myriad of other things. Buckle up, because this is going to be a long one. Artificer. Nerdy little shits who are good with their hands. You get 3 tool proficiencies from level 1. While not particularly adept at combat, you'll find yourself in more of a mid-range supporter role, with a decent set of spells for a half-caster, and proficiency in most ranged weapons. But that matters little when, after spending a little time and coin working, you can make your own magic items. You get your Artificer Specialist at 3rd level and can choose from Alchemist. No, not the Full Metal kind, more of the Nicholas Flamel kind, making various potions and elixirs to aid and harm your allies and enemies respectively. Artillerist. Oh, you like guns? How about cannons? Of course you do. Bitches love cannons. This subclass lets you become a one-man fortress of offensive firepower. Battlesmith. Want to hit fools harder and more often? Maybe smite a heretic or two? Then swipe a few skills from your pally bro with this subclass. Oh, did I forget to mention you also get a bitchin' robot companion? Barbarian. These violent brutes are the physical embodiment of rage. Who needs to worry about such petty things as tools and armor when you have your trusty great axe in hand? Proficient in damn near every weapon and scrap of armor, you should have no problem rending the flesh of your foes. Not to mention the biggest hit dice in the game and more resistances than a Technicolor swarm of dragons. You get your primal path at 3rd level and can choose from Berserker, a Viking wannabe built to intimidate and smack around anyone who dares upset you. Totem Warrior. Want your Barbarian to get in touch with nature? No, not the mamby-pamby Druid way, but by literally stealing the skills of wild animals. All hail the bear! Ancestral Guardian. Want to do your best Aragorn impression as you lead a small army of ghosts into battle as you rage? This is the one for you. Storm Herald. Let your enemies feel the power of sandstorms, typhoons, or snowstorms as you tear through their numbers. Zealot. Do your best Doomslayer as you become literally too angry to die, and inspire your comrades to do the same. Juggernaut. Actually, very much like the Marvel one. Tear apart enemies and structures with ease as they struggle to cease your unending onslaught. Battle Rager. Settle down with that sweet edge as you don spiked armor to defend yourself or beat the ever-loving shit out of your foes with. Basically a roided up linebacker. Wild Soul. Tap into some of that wild magic blood to unleash even greater fury as you fight. Bard. At least try to keep it in your pants as you play this student of the arts. Whether it be painting, prancing, singing, dancing, or just playing an instrument, you can weave magic into your skills to beguile and befuddle, heal and harm, and if your DM isn't tired of your shit already, bang dragons. Not many combat proficiencies, but what you are proficient in, you become really good at, and as you level, you become way better at inspiring your bros to do all the fighting for you. You get your Bardic College at 3rd level and can choose from Lore. Nerd! You become more proficient at doing things, become an unbearable shit talker, and steal spells from your caster friends. Valor. Take some lessons from the fighter and gain the ability to use real weapons and armor. Glamour. Want to have the whole village begging to serve your every whim? Here you go. Swords. Improve your sword skills as you start to get fancy in combat with steps and flourishes. Whispers. Drive your foes insane as you delve into their minds to damage it directly or inspire fear. Or a neat party trick. Satire. Literally a gesture with good luck and a cat's grace. Blood Hunter. Less about being a bloodthirsty hunter, more about using your cursed blood to your advantage. A madhouse of proficiencies for a martial class, you'll quickly find yourself acting as a specialist. I never personally played this class, but from what I've heard, you're probably going to be playing something similar to Van Helsing. You get your Blood Hunter order at 3rd level and can choose from Ghost Slayer. Remember Danny Phantom? That, but with radiant damage. Lycan. Exactly what you're thinking. Werewolf, motherfucker. Mutant. Alchemist Artificer, plus Bane, plus Geralt of Rivia. Profane Soul. Steal the powers of a literal godlike being. Cleric. Holy shit. Where to even start? This holy man is easily the most versatile class in the game, and definitely not just the party's heel bitch. While the gods are very clear with their stance on murder, there's nothing stopping you from beating the devil out of heretics with your holy mace. Serve your chosen deity for long enough, and they may even decide to show up every now and again to save your ass. You get your divine domain at 1st level and get to choose from Arcana. Add magical stacks on your already maddening spell list by jacking the wizard's most versatile and powerful spells without spending half your life studying. Ambition. What's more terrifying than facing a cleric in singles combat? Facing one with access to powerful illusion magic. Blood. That blood-bending swamp witch from Avatar: The Last Airbender. City. For your modern cleric. In a medieval setting, completely useless. Death. Trade in your holy boy persona to become the literal Grim Reaper. Knowledge. All the skill proficiencies and some divination powers. Why the fuck not? Life. Okay, this one is a heal bitch. Light. Get even closer to your god. So close that no one can even bear to look at you. Nature. Add the power of nature to your arsenal of tricks. Order. They fought the law, and the law won. Protection. Hey kids, want an extra tank for your tank? Solidarity. God's little helper. Strength. Get swole as fuck, more tough, and absolutely fucking terrifying. Tempest. Claim the power of Zeus as your very own. Smite those fools with the lightning of judgment. Trickery. Attack of the clones. War. Hit everything, let your buddies hit everything, and take more hits. Zeal. Stack damage on your damage, burn your foes with the holy flames, and go out in a blaze of glory. Druid. The tree huggers of the D&D world. These flower children draw all of their power from nature. They are so in tune with that shit that refined metals literally repel them like sunlight to a vampire. It's not all free love though, as you can transform into wild beasts to tear people limb from limb. You get your Druid circle at 2nd level and can choose from Dreams. Teleporting Stalker heal bitch. The Land. Get bonus spells depending on your favorite natural surroundings and gain the absolute respect of Mother Nature. The Moon. Bigger and badder beasts to battle baddies brazenly. The Shepherd. Tame the spirits of the wild to rip foes to shreds. Spores. Ever played Dead Space? Now play as the Necromorphs. Violent. Become a servant of death himself and shield your allies from his gaze. Fighter. The basic bitch class. Seriously, if you can't play a fighter, go toss out your dice and hang up your fancy wizard hat, because this is as easy as it gets. With more attacks per round than any other class, you'd better hit something with the mountain of weapons you can wield, or you must have done something to offend RNGesus. You get your martial archetype at 3rd level and can choose from Arcane Archer. Play a ranger, but better. Battle Master. Control the flow of battle with careful study and employment of combat maneuvers. Brute. Stack damage on your damage and makes your crits crittier. Cavalier. A horseman fighter that doesn't really require a horse to be effective. Champion. 3 times more likely to crit on a hit. That's about it. Eldritch Knight. The classic sword mage. Monster Hunter. Just like the games, but less skill-based. Purple Dragon Knight. Your standard knight in shining armor. Samurai. Closer to the myth than reality. Scout. Still better than the ranger. Sharpshooter. 360 no-scope that goblin from across the battlefield. Gunslinger. A true American cowboy. Monk. Why go out in search of fancy legendary magic weapons when you can beat the ever-loving shit out of your enemies with your bare hands just as effectively? Let out your inner weave with your choice of anime-style martial arts masteries. You get your monastic tradition at 3rd level and can choose from Drunken Master. How can you fight while completely pissed? Pure instinct. 4 elements. Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Kensei. Bankai. Long death. Why won't you die? Open hand. Omae wa mou shinderu. Shadow. Long ago in a distant land, I, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness. Sun Soul. Become the legendary Super Saiyajin. Tranquility. Peace was never an option. Cobalt Soul. Strike the pressure points. Disable the foe. Astral Self. Is that a JoJo reference? Mystic. I got nothing for this one. Never played one or seen one played. Maybe because one of the little psychic bastards removed my memories of it ever happening. Not very tanking, but who needs to be when no foe resists the only type of damage you deal? You get your Mystic Order at 1st level and can choose from Avatar. Stack buffs on buffs as a tanky supporter. Awakened. Ghostly Sherlock Holmes. Immortal. Do I really need to explain this? Nomad. Bamf. If you know, you know. Soul Knife. Shiv a motherfucker with your actual soul. That's metal as fuck. Wu Jan. What aren't you good at? Paladin. The undisputed best class in the whole game. Don't at me, I will fight you. They can heal, buff, enchant, purify, summon, and bend wills. But you'll never actually do any of that stuff because all of your spell slots will be burned bringing down the righteous judgment and divine power of the god of your choice, making your foes instantly regret all of their life choices in the split second before they are slaughtered by the awesome might of your holy smite. You get to take your sacred oath at 3rd level and can choose from the Ancients. Peace, love, happiness, and immortality? Conquest. Win at all costs. Dominate your foes. Lead with an iron fist. The Crown. A truly noble knight of the King's Order. Devotion. A proper goody two-shoes. Your party will probably hate you. Redemption. The great peacekeeper. Defender of the masses. Vengeance. There will be no rest for the wicked. Oathbreaker. One of these other pally bros who done fucked up. Treachery. A once great hero swayed by the great deceiver. Ranger. Just play a fighter with a bow. Did I just make the same joke 3 times in the same video? You're damn straight I did. Despite being called a ranger, you can totally ignore ranged combat if you so choose. An excellent choice of class as long as you're in your dedicated safe space fighting your favorite punching bag. Otherwise, fairly bland, despite being revised multiple times. You get your ranger archetype at 3rd level and can choose from Beastmaster. Get a neat animal companion that can't do half the shit a familiar can do, and takes a full action to do fuck all in combat. Gloomstalker. Stalk from the shadows and take out foes like you're playing one of the Arkham games. Horizon Walker. The original plane shifter. Hunter. If Legolas was a D&D character, the only reason you should play a ranger. Monster Slayer. Monster Hunter, but for people who main the stupid weapons. Primeval Guardian. Medusa yourself for more HP and battlefield manipulation. Rogue. The sneakiest, stabbiest, coin purse grabbiest little shits they are. If something goes missing, it was probably this guy. And no, you can't swipe the king's crown off his head without him noticing. I don't give a shit what you roll. You get your roguish archetype at 3rd level and can choose from Arcane Trickster. Okay, which one of you taught them how to steal the concept of magic? Assassin. Did anyone else hear an eagle's cry? Inquisitive. A rogue that can detect bullshit and weak spots? Mastermind. Were you always full of shit, or did you build up to it? Scout. Now with improved sneaking. Swashbuckler. You are a pirate. That's the joke. Thief. Hey, who stole my script and replaced it with a crudely drawn picture of a butt? Sorcerer. Like most of the half-races, this is probably the offspring of a horny bard and some magical being, with their magic coming from their bloodline rather than expression, study, or a pact with an eldritch horror. You also get meta-magic options powered by the nerdiest thing you've ever heard of. Sorcery points. You get your sorcerer's origin at 1st level and can choose from Divine Soul. Celestial blood turns you into an angelic heel bitch. Draconic bloodline. Straight up American Dragon J-Claw. Giant Soul. Get swole and appease the Allfather. Phoenix Sorcery. I'm gonna rise up like a phoenix. Pyromancer. Burn it. Burn it all. Sea Sorcerer. Aquaman with better powers. Shadow Magic. You merely adopted the shadow. I was born in it, molded by it. Stone Sorcerer. Shields, stones, and smites? Oh my. Storm Sorcery. Apparently you're a demigod of Zeus. Rune Child. Tattoo magic. Need I say more? Wild magic. What if instead of learning these spells, I just slammed their formulas together and cast that? Oh, it's improbable bullshit. Aberrant Mind. Cthulhu? Is that you? Warlock. So, you sold your soul to some extraplanar being, demon, angel, eldritch horror, or something in between. And what do you get for it? One of the most damaging and versatile cantrips, and little else of substance. That is, unless it's high-leveled, then get ready to tear reality a new one. You get your otherworldly patron at first level, and can choose from Archfey, a charming fairy of the wood. And that's fairy with an AE. Celestial. Ghost Rider, but less repentive. Fiend. Send your foes straight through the inferno as you burn them with hellfire. Ghost in the Machine. Like the anime, but more hackery. Once again, useless outside of a modern setting. Great Old One. We really have a problem with ripping off Lovecraft in this game. Hexblade. Show your foes the horror of a close-range caster with blade buffing power. Raven Queen. Remember that movie, The Crow, from the 90s? The one with Bruce Lee's kid? That. The Seeker. Become a star child like Bowie and trip out on cosmic power. The Undying. Rise from the dead time and time again to torment the living. Lurker in the deep. Insert tentacle porn joke here. Wizard. The OG Grandmaster of Magic themselves. But with great magical power comes greatly disappointing hit dice. Seriously, a first level wizard can legitimately die if they sneeze hard enough. Trust me. But manage to get yourself to a high enough level and you can bend the fabric of reality to your own will. You get your arcane tradition at second level and can choose from Artificer, the original version. Blade Singer. When Gandalf started using Glamdring alongside his magic, this is the subclass he chose. Lore Mastery. Fuck the rules, you bend magic to your will. School of X. I'm lumping all these together as to not repeat myself 9 times. Get good at a particular school of magic. Technomancy. Holy shit, they made the wizard even nerdier for your modern wizarding needs. Theurgy. Wield the power of God and magic on your side. War Mage. Show the other casters why you're the greatest. Shit-talking skills sold separately.